of sound. The JuniorGP season is underway. Sangat, who has the advantage? Oh! Indeed it is. The number 50.
We have a look. So it's time to go racing. We're about to have a look at the grid for the JuniorGP category. Of course, Brian Uriarte starts on pole position alongside Marco Morelli and Jesus Rios in P3. Rico Salmela, Danish and Zani start on row 2 as Gonzalez, O'Gorman and Ramostoffer starts from row 3 of our grid. Rounding out our top 10, we do have Evan Belford as Alcinen starts P11 and Pertama starts P12. Abruzio starts P13 alongside Joel Esteban and Michelin in P15. Enzo Ballon as well starts P16 on this one as row 7 as Boggio, Fernandez and Farkas as Singapong, Matani and Monoyane starts P24. Salvamensi, Nicholas and Bertola starts P25, 26 and 27. They go from row 9 as our final couple of slots are taken by Lucas Brown, Van Tricht and Uchimi as Serpa on the 41 starts alongside the number 2. So in total, we do have final checks need to be done and everyone is happy with the formation of the grid. So that means we can get going. So red lights will appear on the gantry now. And we go racing in JuniorGP. It's a solid start from your pole sitter. Uriarte storms away actually at the front, straight away from the front row of the grid. Jesus Rios slots into second. Salmela side of Salmela pushing them wide through turn 3 and Morelli up into second potentially at turn.
I don't think he could have wished for a more perfect start if he had wanted to. He's built up a big gap already to the number 97 behind him heading into turn 5, and just look at the spray when you're not at the front of the field.
Yeah, plenty of spray further down the order, and it's going to make things very, very tricky. And Morelli having the moment on the rear. That's where we've seen the moment from Uriarte on the sighting lap. Suddenly, you make a mistake as Salmela looks down the inside, thinks better of it, and backs out.
So easy to make a mistake in these conditions.
Yeah, and that's going to lose him a little bit of ground there. In case O'Gorman on his rear tyre, glued to his rear tyre, but Enzo Ballon, of course, for round 4 of the season. Ballon, it was a home race for him. He came back after injury, and sadly, it's an end on lap 1 of this opening lap. As now we continue to battle away by 3.7 seconds. What an incredible first lap.
An unbelievable opening lap. Got off the line well. We just see him coming from the chicane. Oh, losing the rear, saving it on the curbs, and still building up a huge lead on that opening lap. He's pushing hard.
Oh, he's down. He's down at turn 5. Brian Uriarte has crashed out here in JuniorGP. The sole race of the weekend, just 25 points up for grabs. And your championship leader, well, he's on the floor. He's trying to get the bike restarted. He's trying to bump start it. He's got no help from the marshals at the moment, just of where he is in the circuit. He's managed to get that one going though. So most important to regain your composure as we see the replay now. Tipping into turn 5 and just losing it nearly upright. The front end just locking there. A little bit too much braking pressure perhaps into the braking zone.
But so easy to do in these conditions. Maybe that first lap showed he was pushing a bit too hard.
Esteban, it's been a good year so far for the 78 as we do see another crash there further back in the field. That looks to be the number 13. So that's Danish on the ground. But he picks that one up straight away and hopefully he can get that one restarted because obviously all the damage is going to be on the right hand side, but he's already tried to push him. But here is a replay and you'll just see the number 13 high side out of the corner, losing it quite late in the corner, so the rear end just spinning up, basically upright.
Probably just putting a little bit too much power on as he tried to obviously gain time and just losing it that way.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get the bike restarted. It's taken slightly longer than maybe what Uriarte's restart was, but perhaps, yeah, just trying to punch the handlebar back.
Will he be able to chase Zani down?
Yeah, of course. Right now at the front, it's KTM 1-2 too fast, as we do see Esteban currently holds the fastest lap of the race, a 2:04. And well, looking at the rest of the times in terms of the 57, but O'Gorman under some pressure now from Salmela, you would have to say, for the final podium spot, is losing the rear. Zani staying on board it. Once again, proven turn 5, a very, very slippery corner on exit.
It's the slowest corner on the track, so you have to be very careful putting the power down in these conditions. It does look like the track is drying, it doesn't look like it will be
of Uriarte. He's up into P19 at the moment. Actually, just shot up the order to P16. So it looks like, all being well, some points are 51 in just a few laps time. And here is replay of Jesus Rios's long lap penalty. Of course, very slippery, we would think, out there as he just makes his way back onto the circuit. Nice and safe on there. Close to the top 10, if not the top 10. That should be enough to sort of hold on to his championship lead, or at least just make it 1 or 2 points or equal. So
control the final half of this 10-lap race.
Yeah, and now we can see that replay, see the replay of the overtake, and slightly tighter line for Esteban on the way into the corner, and through the move they do make. And well, solid stuff, and he does lead the field through, but we are just coming up on time. Straight crash for the number 4 at turn 3. Rider okay, but super easy to crash out in these conditions.
Obviously, Esteban will use that to pull out a second ahead of O'Gorman, but the Irishman, oh, Esteban has gone wide at turn 5. O'Gorman on the apex. Has he got an opportunity to take lead? He has.
Yeah, nice safe move there from Casey and Zani, actually, both of them looking to the left, just checking that they were not going to clip Esteban, but O'Gorman now hits the front. The Irishman in P1. The 67 leads the field through, and Esteban.
We see Esteban, is he going to have a look at turn 30? He goes up the inside of O'Gorman, retakes lead. O'Gorman cutting back on the number 67. We just wait to see how that plays out. Esteban back in the lead.
And Salmela, he's caught up a lot to these front two, and the battle actually further down the order. And this is your fastest lap rider, number 11. Follow playing about an overall result after that mistake earlier on. It would be a real good damage limit. That is Zani. So we're wondering if he was struggling with confidence in the wet, and well, there you go, he's down.
Couldn't say yes to that.
And it did look like he wanted to remount, and the marshals just said no. But actually, that is another crash, and that is another crasher in this one. So that is one of the Australia Glyphia bikes, as we do have a red is down. That's 47 down on the deck, and up on his feet, luckily, for that. But the red flag now appearing out as we wait and see. Of course, there was 3 laps remaining in that one, as they'll ride on top of the curbs, as we do see a replay. And actually, it's after, on the exit of the final corner, he just got on the power, lost the rear, spun up and re-gripped, and down on the deck he went. And straight away telling the marshals, look, we take to enjoy as well, as the weather continues to change. But now having a look at how things stand at the end of round 3. Joel Esteban does take victory over Casey O'Gorman, 7/10 of a second. It was when the red flag came out. Rico Salmela takes P3 as Ramostoffer finishes 9th. Now, looking at the final spot inside the top 10, Brian Uriarte does claim P10, 21 seconds adrift. Need to look out for further down the order as well. There's quite a few followers this time out. And now the championship standings. Brian Uriarte just 13 points. Zani down to P5 in the standings, and Dinesh, after that fall, P6 for him. Once more in Moto and Aragon, and that P10 finish could be a crucial talking point at the end of the year. He was able to recover after a crash, but now, of course, it was Joel Esteban who took victory. So not too much longer to wait before action does resume here at Manly Core. Of course, JuniorGP's Joel Esteban on the CF Moto took victory by 7/10 of a second. Plenty to enjoy, plenty to look out for as JuniorGP action continues here in France.